there are quite a lot of elements within the Quran that point to its emergent from pre-existent religions and cultures. For instance, it is full of characters from the Bible, both the Jewish and the Christian Bible. Moses is mentioned 137 times in the Quran. The Virgin Mary is featured more prominently in the Quran than she is in the New Testament. We know everything, more or less. We know where he lived, what his economic situation was, who he fell in love with. We know what his favorite food was. We know how he liked to brush his teeth. We know how he liked to play with children. You know, incredibly intimate, personal details. But, here's the rub. All this seeming wealth of biographical material dates, at the earliest, from about 2 centuries after he is supposed to have lived. From about AD 800, we start to get biographies. And over the course of the next 2 centuries, these biographies are written and rewritten. And the further from Muhammad's life we go, the more detailed these biographies become. So, within the lifetime of Muhammad himself, and for about 170 years after, you look for this source material and there is nothing. The Quran did not originate from Mecca, or at least Mecca that we, you know, in Saudi Arabia where it is now, where Muslims go on pilgrimage. Basically, they're going on pilgrimage to the wrong place, I think, is the implication. This is where I duck. The evidence seems to me, and certainly not just to me, you know, I am building this on the back of a lot of great scholarship. And when you look at that, you find something very strange. The first is that there is only one mention of Mecca in the whole of the Quran. And it is not at all clear what Mecca is. You know, it might be a city, it might be a village. It seems likeliest actually to be a valley. It seems to be a description of a valley. Only one mention. And then you look at other ancient texts for a mention of Mecca, and the earliest datable reference to Mecca outside of the Quran, when do you think it is? 741. So more than 100 years after Muhammad is supposed to have died. And do you know where Mecca is placed in this text that mentions it in 741? The deserts of Iraq. Not placed in Arabia at all.